Hey, it's Fred, the submarine guy. This is day 2 about how to get 100 leads in 30 days. And I call this the slow way, but that's not all bad. There's a lot of good things about the slow way, and sometimes it's not that slow. So let's get started here. First of all, a little review from the last video. We're talking about how to get new leads for your business and then follow up with them, then make them an offer, and then you'll make sales. Okay. Uh, Not all your leads are going to go through all of your follow-up. Some of them are going to drop out because they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, they don't like your offer, whatever. That's fine. You let those go. Um, Again, if you don't make an offer, you don't make a sale. But then when you make the sale, then the happy truck's coming by. So that's kind of the basic process. The process doesn't change when you're getting leads the slow way. And let me just make that clear, and I'll repeat that a few times here, but I think it's important that you understand that the process is still the same. Leads, follow-up, offer, sales. We're just talking about a different way to get your leads into your funnel. So we reviewed the fast way. Obviously, fast way includes buying leads from lead sources, lead brokers, people who collect leads that are in your niche. If you can't afford to do that, or you don't want to do that, or you don't know how to do that yet, any of those kind of reasons, then the slow way is the best way to go. You pay for your leads either way, either with money if you buy the leads, or with time if you do it the slow way, because you have to get the leads yourself, like I'm going to show you how to do today. We're still going to use a lead magnet. That's an offer that you can make to someone that will probably like your product or service. And it's sort of related, but it's a freebie that you give away, either a checklist or a summary, 5-page PDF document talking about the industry or the niche that you're in, um, and things like that. You give those away in order to in exchange for getting the email address of the prospect so that you can get him or her into your autoresponder, which is the third bullet there, and follow up with them to make them an offer so that you can make a sale. Okay, so again, the slow way, very similar to the fast way, only how you get the leads is the different part. So where can you get leads using the slow way? Well, the primary source is in social media. Facebook has, I think, over 2 billion users now, of which about 1.7 billion are active every day on Facebook. There's a ton of leads there that are in your niche that are exactly the kind of people you're looking for. You just need to go find them. That's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. Instagram, very similar kind of thing. Pinterest or Pinterest, however you want to say it. Same sort of thing, different interface, obviously. I'm more familiar with Facebook because that's where I've dealt the most. Instagram and Pinterest are good places too, as are Twitter. It's just a different method of contacting the leads there and getting their interest. A little easier on Facebook, and I'll show you why in a few minutes here. Okay, another source, and I mention this here because one of the things you can do is partner, like I mentioned down here at the bottom. You can partner with one of your current business partners to buy either genealogy list, however you want to say it, which are people who have been in a business before, and either their company went out of business or their product line got shut down or whatever, and maybe they're either in another business or they're out of business now. So you can generally buy these lists for way discounted prices. They come in groups of 1,000 usually. So you probably don't want to call 1,000 leads or email 1,000 leads, But if you've got a partner or two who can split them up with you, number one, it cuts down your cost. And number two, you can get a good source of leads who may be already in your niche and just looking for a new business. So I mentioned that as although it's not free, it's a really discounted way to get some good leads fast is by buying genealogy lists. Where do you get those? Just search genealogy list on Google. You'll find a ton of sources. I'll list one or two of them that I know of below in my blog post here. If you see this on Facebook, or I mean on YouTube, you'll probably have to go to my blog post to find that. But genealogy list are a good source of good leads if you want to build a network marketing company or an affiliate program or something like that. So I mentioned those. Lead list, obviously, we talked about that in the FAST method. If you're on my blog post here, up above here, you'll see the list of leads sources that I have for you there. The last one, too, I wanted to mention, too, is really good. Mark Z is getting these leads directly from Google Ads in the Make Money Online niche, and he's selling them for like next to nothing. It's just amazing. So I'm getting 20 to 40 of those per day from him at a significantly discounted price. But for free leads, let's go back. We're going to talk more about social media because it's a little different in getting leads off of social media. So let's talk about that for a minute. First of all, I think it's still a good idea to have a lead magnet kind of idea or offer for social media leads. Number one, it gets them on your email list so that you can send them that said lead magnet. And number two, it shows that you're a leader in your market, that you have a lead magnet, that you're thinking about your prospects and things they might need in order to be successful in business. So use the lead magnet when you're searching for leads on, let's say, Facebook, any social media, but I'll use Facebook as an example. You can use their search features to find leads that are in your market looking for what you have. And those things are things that you can be able to give them, how to get leads off of social media. You can send them samples. A lot of people build a business by sending samples, especially if you're in the using face cream, kind of products or hand lotion or things that actually, a person will actually use and can see some results from. Samples are really good. A lot of companies have literature that you can send, brochures or flyers or PDF documents. Those are always good. Anything that you can have which will be a benefit to your prospect that you can give them for free in exchange for their email can be used for a lead magnet. So the thing you need to do when getting leads from, let's say, Facebook is to think about the numbers. Okay. Here's an example. Okay. This is not like set in stone or anything, but let's say you do 50 new friends a day. And that's about the max you can do on Facebook without tripping some of their algorithm triggers and getting put in Facebook jail. That will probably generate you about 20 new conversations a day. If you're a good talker, maybe 30 or 35 conversations. If you're a bad talker, maybe only 10. Okay, but I'm using 20 for a number. And out of that 20, you could probably estimate that you would get at least 5 to say, hey, I'll opt in to get your lead magnet, right? So you get them on your email list. And if you only get 5 out of those 50 every day, that's 150 new leads per month. That's easily more than 100, which is what I got you in here to find out how to do, right? So 50 sounds like a lot, okay? There's software that you can use to find 50 new friends per day in your niche. That way it can kind of solve itself. It's also easy to find 50 new friends a day by going to the right places, and I'll explain that in a few minutes here. Again, 20 new conversations per day. Everybody that you add as a friend, when they accept, you should send them a message on Facebook and say, you know, glad to see you. Thanks for accepting my friendship. I saw we had a lot of things in common. How's business going? Or, you know, something like that. And then start that conversation. And if you can turn it toward a problem they're having or a need that they have that you can solve with your product or your service, then you can get them to opt into your lead magnet. The other thing you can do with, instead of a lead magnet, is get them into your Facebook group and communicate with them daily or more often that way. It's sort of like getting them in for to opt in for a lead magnet. Only your lead magnet is resident in your Facebook group, and maybe you have a video in there that shows how to get 100 new leads per month, right? Like I do. Maybe you have a video in there that tells them how to make $1,000 a day. Okay, a lot of different things you can use to get them to opt into your Facebook group. And that's another way, instead of getting them into your email list, you get them into your group. Now, you know me, if you don't know me, you're going to know me before the end of this video. I always try to get people onto my email list, even if they're in my Facebook group. Why? I don't own that Facebook group. Mark Zuckerberg owns that Facebook group, okay? If Mark decides that I can't build a business using Facebook groups and deletes my group because that's what I'm doing, I'm losing everybody in my group. Okay. I don't think he's going to do that, by the way. But I want to get people on my email list so that I'll own their email so that I can contact them whether or not Mark Zuckerberg keeps Facebook going or not. Same sort of logic for uh, Pinterest or Instagram or any other social media is you want to get people off of the social media into your environment, your email list, where you can send them to your blog or to your video or to an audio that you created or that you have, or you can send them a PDF document or all those other things you can do to market to them without using social media. Okay, I'm not saying social media is bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I'm hedging my bets by getting people on my email list as well as getting them into my Facebook group if that's what you're doing. Okay, so that's the example. Again, these numbers are not set in stone. You may be able to get 100 leads on your list using social media by only contacting 30 new friends a day, or 20 or 25. But my point is, you've got to do the numbers so that you can reach your goals. And if your goal is 100 leads in your email system per month, then you need X number a day, and you've got to do a process that'll get you up to X. Okay? Start at 50, see if you can get 20 conversations, see if you can get 5 new opt-ins. Okay? If it only takes you 30 to get new opt-ins, then get 5 new opt-ins, then your number's 30. Okay? But make sure you track those numbers religiously and daily, if you can work your business daily, or at least 3 times a week or 4 times a week, that so that you can get a consistent, persistent number of results that you can depend on by doing the same thing every day, or in other words, a repeatable process. So the numbers, I hope you can make a screenshot of this slide. Again, these are not hard and fast numbers. It's an example, but you need the numbers to make your goal. Follow-up is the key to success. If you watched the first video, you know I hammer this home in that it's still the key to success in this business. Obviously, the 80% rule, let me go over that real quick. 80% of all contacts will buy somewhere between, if they're going to buy, will buy between the 5th and the 12th contact, maybe as far out as the 20th contact. You need to automate as much of that as you can, mostly on email. But you can also call people, you can text people, you can message them on social media, you can contact via your Facebook group 2 or 3 times a day if you want to. Okay? Follow up is the key, and numerous follow ups are the key to success. If you're going to get 100 new leads per month, here's the good part about getting leads from, I'll say Facebook, but any social media. The first thing is these leads are more targeted than you'll get anywhere else. Facebook has, they call it graph search, GRAPH, I think, but it's a search feature that lets you target people in numerous different ways. Education, age, married, not married, kids, no kids, blue collar, white collar, been in business, own their own business, yes or no, all kind of things like that. Health nuts, people they follow, businesses they follow, all those kind of things you can search for to get highly targeted leads for you to make friends with on Facebook to see if they want to buy your product, join your business, that kind of thing. Um, your job with this follow up is to educate them on your products and services, obviously, get them to know you so that they can hopefully like you and trust you enough so that you can make some sales. Okay. All those things are the same as the fast method. It's just you have to do it with the slow method to contact those leads initially on your own before you get them in your email list. Once they're in your email list, you'll have a chance to email them, every day, every other day, every twice a week, whatever your sequence is, and get them to know, like, and trust you, and be able to make those sales. Okay. Here's a sample email sequence, and don't take this as granted either, but I listed 5 things here, and I called it a 5 email sequence, but you may make this into a 10 email sequence or a 12 email sequence, but it's the kinds of things you can write your prospects to. People ask me this all the time. What do you send to them? Well, obviously, hopefully, obviously, you got to send them a welcome and a thank you kind of message to say, hey, here's the lead magnet that you opted in for. Okay, good news, it worked. So proud of you, first name, whatever the mail merge code for first name is. Here's a gift for you, or here's your lead magnet. And then in the welcome email, I always try to over deliver. If I give them a lead magnet of 3 videos, I may give them a PDF checklist as well, or a summary document of the process or something that I'm describing, kind of thing. Anytime you can over deliver, that will help solidify your seriousness and how good you are at your business in your prospects' minds. Number 2, what is the big claim of your product or service? How to do this desirable thing. I always try to put in a specific time, within 2 weeks, 30 days, 90 days, whatever the time frame is for your product or service, and then put in the bad parts, okay, of, without talking to people on Facebook, for instance, if that's one of your draws. And make this a I can't resist it kind of statement. I've got to have it kind of thing. So hopefully you've got a big claim for your business. If not, I'll help you in my follow-on course. That one of the things I concentrate on is to help you create your big claim. Personal story. Hopefully you've got a personal story about why you're selling your product or your business opportunity, whatever it is, that can relate to your prospect. Okay. Your personal story is kind of like your own testimonial. I got testimonials down there later, but your personal story, again, helps the prospect know you, hopefully like you, and then be able to trust you. If you can't give a personal story or you don't want to, You can give somebody else's personal story. You know, my sponsor was da 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 and got this result by doing this easy thing, or whatever it is. Number four is a case study, and that's sort of like what I was just talking about, is how so-and-so, Jane Doe, got a specific desirable thing in a specific time frame, and this is where you can put other people's testimonials, okay? Almost every company that has a product that you might be reselling will have testimonials of satisfied customers. You can use those here. And then number five, and this is the end part, or the call to action, if you will, is a personal invite for first name. If you can put an expiring date or time on it, either in number of hours or number of days or weeks or whatever, with a bonus or something that expires, then that will create some desire in your prospect to go get that bonus or that object or that special offer or whatever it is. In other words, give them some reason to go click your link to do the call to action. Okay, make it a personal invite, that kind of thing. So again, this isn't the only thing you can send, but these are the kinds of things, and maybe a sequence you could send uh, for your follow-up sequence. The other thing I want to mention on this page, it's not written down on here, but people, and this may shock some of you, people won't read every one of your emails. You kidding me? uh, you know, they don't see it's from you. They don't notice it. The subject line doesn't turn them on. They don't look at their email for 3 days anyway, and you're way down at the bottom. There's all kind of reasons that people won't see your email, won't open your email. What I suggest, and you got to kind of figure out how to do this with your list though, is to send your email twice. Okay? Um, and I'll just use Aweber for example. In Aweber, there's a function called that tracks opens, right? If I send the welcome email, for example, right here, I can make a list of everybody that opened it, and I can also make a list of everybody that didn't open it. And then tomorrow, I can go in and send to all those people that didn't open it again. Okay, same email, subject line. You can send the same subject line, but I usually modify the subject line very slightly, like resend, did you miss, or something along those lines, to indicate that it's a resend or a redo, in case you missed this or something like that. Okay, and that will, it's like sending a new email. It is sending a new email, but it's the same content as yesterday's. So you end up sending each email twice to people who didn't open it the first time. Okay. I always get an extra 50% opens on that second email. If I send it to 100 people and 30 open it the first time, I'll get another 15 the next day. That it's almost like clockwork. So resending an email is a good idea. I don't always do it. Um, a lot of times I have an email sequence that'll do that follow-up for me. But if you've got an email sequence that's critical, especially like a welcome email or a thank you email, you want to make sure the person gets it. And although it's going to be your most widely read email anyway, the welcome email will, you ought to send it twice to make sure that people get it. You can also do things like the personal invite. If you're making your offer, that's an important email. It's important to you, obviously, but it's important to your prospect too, because if you're selling them something they need, it's your job to make sure they get it. Okay, so send that offer at least twice. And again, you may want to change the subject line up, or change the urgency up, or slightly change the email sequence or the email itself, but don't hesitate to resend your offers. Okay, again, if you use a system like Aweber or GetResponse, they have these sort criteria, very easy to use, you know. Send it all to all the people that didn't open it the first time. Okay. That's not exactly what it says, but that's exactly what it does. Okay. So think about your email sequence, write something out like this. Um, Maybe, you know, with two welcome emails, or welcome number two to no openers. That's what I call them. Those kind of things. Also, if you've got other testimonials, you might want to send two testimonial emails. Those are very powerful. Make it personalized for your offer. The other thing I want to mention in business online is a lot of people are selling the same product as other people online. You want to make yours special, exceptional, exceptionally special, and things like that. Like, one thing I always do if I'm working in a network marketing company is I don't just try to sell the network marketing company. I sell a complete business in a box. I create graphics and emails and lead sources and follow up sequences for all of my people to use so that when they join my network marketing business, if they want to market it, I can hand that all over to them. Okay. They can copy my blog posts. They can use the lead sources I use. They can use the emails I use, all that kind of thing. The more you can do to give to your prospect as a complete package, the more they're going to want to buy it and use it and get the same sort of same sort of success that you're having. So think about uh, your prospect when you're trying to sell your product, when you're trying to create your sales process for your your prospect, and what would you like to see if you were getting an offer to buy this product or this service, that kind of thing. Okay, so always make your offer bigger and better than everybody else's. You know, it's easy to make graphics these days with Canva or some of the other um, online sources that you can use. It's easy to create your own emails. Okay, once you create some emails, you can copy them with one click in from one Aweber account to another, kind of thing. All you have to change is your name and your links in them. It's so easy these days. So I give you this as a sample sequence. It's not the only sequence. It's just a couple ideas to get your brain going. Vary your communication method. Sort of talked about this earlier, but once you get somebody on your email list, don't just send them emails. Send them emails to go watch your video. Send them emails to link up with you on social media. Send an email with an audio, a podcast, or something else that you did. Send an email with some graphics in it to vary the emails. Or send them over an email with a link over to your blog post. You don't have to put everything in your email. You can, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's good to get people into your other um, communication methods so that they'll get to know you, they'll get to like you. They may not read their email very closely. They might just scroll down to your blog post or scroll down to your video or click on your podcast, right? So you want to make sure you cater to all of your prospects with as many communication methods as you can. The more of these you can do, the better off you'll be. Also, vary your communication style, sort of like in the five-step email sequence. Talk about different things. You may want to tell your story about why you're in this business or why you're using this product or why you're providing this service, kind of thing. You probably want to throw some facts in. There's a certain amount of people, you know, if you study the colors of people kind of stuff, I forget which one it is, a red, yellow, or green people like facts. Okay, I'm a fact kind of person. I like to look at statistics and facts about businesses and trends and things like that. You can almost always look up some facts about your product or your service or your niche or whatever, and put in maybe make one email about the facts kind of thing. Obviously, you want to talk about benefits and features. Hopefully, that rings a bell with you, because if you're trying to sell based on features, you're going to fail most of the time. You need to sell based on benefits, but you also need to transmit the features of your product or service, like my dog barking. um, so, I mean, we can talk about that later in sales process and sales features and things like that. Testimonials, as mentioned before, are invaluable. Third-party testimonials will get you a lot of buy-in and things like that. I always like to send out lists of things too. I put list last, but I use, 3 or 4 bullet list of, benefits, or 3 or 4 bullet list of facts kind of thing all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sequence of events kind of things. I think people like that. It helps to organize things in their mind, and it's good to have a list. It kind of helps you organize your thoughts in your communication style too. Okay, so we're back to the world's easiest funnel. Build the list. Always refer people back to your email list to get your lead magnet, to get on your list when they buy something from you, to get on a list when you sell something. A lot of the shopping carts that you can use will put people onto your list if you set it up that way. Email list, the more people you get on your list, the more you can email them, and the more money you'll make. That's the bottom line at the right, is to make money from your email list. And I think, oh yes, I was building this. This is from the last video. Sorry, I was going to move my little picture thing over here so you can see this. Okay, there, now you can see the bottom over here. Building your list with a lead magnet into your autoresponder. This essentially becomes your customer relationship management system, and it gets your prospects to know and like you. I always send them to an About Me page. I've probably linked that in every email that I send, just to get people to know me. They see my picture, they see my kids, they hear about my past and my, problem areas and my successes and things like that over at my About Me page. And social media, I always link over to my social media accounts, not in every email, but in certain ones. Certainly to my Facebook group and things like that. So building your list is important. All of these things can help to build your list. Once you email, you want to integrate your follow-up sequence. You can do email blast even outside of your follow-up sequence by sending an email any time of the day or night, whenever you want to. If you're doing a launch of a product or a service that's time limited, or only for a certain time length kind of thing, you can use your email list. Frequency of emails, obviously you can send emails as often as you like or as not often as you like. I tend to send 2 to 3 emails per week. I started out sending emails every day. I got really tired of doing that, and I think my readers got really tired of seeing them every day. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday turned out to be a fairly good sequence for me. Obviously, that'll help build up trust in you. Whoops, excuse me. And again, you can link back to your About Me page, and you can use it to conduct maintenance on your email list. And I talked about that earlier, especially in the previous video, but maintaining your list is important so that you'll get more response out of it. And what I mean there is if you get rid of your non-openers or people that aren't reading your emails, um, your open rates will go up and your click rates will go up because you've got less people on your list. But you're also getting rid of people who are never going to buy anything from you, are never going to read your email. And those are just bogging you down. The reason that you want to get rid of them is so that the ISPs, the internet service providers, will see that you are sending out less emails and getting a higher open rate. And the higher open rates you get, the more opens you will get, the more deliveries you will get from the ISPs. If you've got a bogged down list that people aren't opening, the ISPs are going to think your list is not full of people that care, and they'll give you less and less priority in delivery. Again, what can you sell? This works for affiliate products, MLM products, training products, coaching, information sales, PLR sales, and a diversity. Even if you're selling an MLM product or an affiliate product, you can sell PLR, you can sell information, you can sell coaching, you can add a lot of these things together once you have an email list, so that even if they don't join your MLM or buy your affiliate product, they might buy some PLR from you on a related topic, and you can make money that way. So there's a lot of different things you can do once you get somebody on your email list to keep the products and services sales coming in from your email list. Okay, I think summary, this is just a different way to say it. Leads plus follow-up plus offers equals sales. Okay, you got to have leads, you got to do the follow-up, you got to make an offer to make a sale. If you don't do any one of these things, you don't get the leads in up front, you don't do the follow-up, and you don't make any offers, no sales will be made. So that's kind of the simplicity of this whole thing, but it talks to why you need leads every day, why you need to do follow-up 2 to 3 times per week, and why you need to make offers. Obviously, you got to make an offer. I mean, you have to say, well, of course so, but a lot of people, even if they have people on their email list, don't make an offer very often. So guess what? They don't make any sales. They made some offers, they will make some sales. If you make offers and people get offended because you make 2 offers and unsubscribe, be happy about that. They're helping you clean your list, but they're not going to buy anything. They don't need to be on your list anyway. So if they unsubscribe, you should be happy and don't worry about that. So that's the end for today. Get an email slow. I'm going to have a short email under this to show you how to use the search feature on Facebook. So that I could put these together, but this one's already over 30 minutes. So I'll have a separate search feature, or a separate graphic, excuse me, screenshot and how to find targeted leads on Facebook to use using their graph search. That's it for today. I hope you've had some epiphanies here. I'll have a link to the slides so you can look at them at your leisure, and also take more notes if you need to. That's about it for now. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.